Hey dudes, afternoon. 'Tis morning. Just about 10 o'clock in the morning. Over here anyway. Oh, finally, here we go. I was wondering when Games for Windows Live was going to actually let me in. Here we go, we got it. It's so delayed on the main menu. It really is. Look at that. It's like you move to the next... You go to the next fucking menu option and then it plays the sound. That's not the stream. That's on my end as well. That's fucking weird, but in game it's fine. Oh well. Random as fuck stream. Well, I've got some shit... Oh, fucking hell. My volume's loud. Yeah, I've got some shit to do tonight, so I figured I'd start a little bit earlier. Not like it. Well, I don't know. Like I say, we're being ill for a week and shit like that. I was like, yeah, get some streams done and shit. But I need to do some videos today and I've got some shit to do tonight, so... I figured start a bit earlier and see how it goes, see how long I do it, and fuck knows. Once again, I forget to tweet. To Twitter. I won't say streaming soon. Streaming... What Dark Souls? If you want to join in, you'll need... Fuck it, I'm just going to paste the fucking link. Scroll. Right, here we go. Where is it now? Dark Souls connectivity fix. Dark Souls connectivity... Connectivity. Yeah, there we go. Fix. And then the link. There we go. If you want to join in, you'll need Dark Souls connectivity fix at that page. Yes. That is correct. What else did I tweet about today? Oh, Claire was playing. I mean, I didn't think I could get sound for Demon Souls, like just to, or for the PS3, because my monitor doesn't have speakers in it, and I've never run any speakers through it, and I'm like, surely you must be able to run speakers through it. So when I was going to bed last night, I'm like, let me try sort this shit out for you so she could actually play. And managed to find a phono jack hidden away on the back of the monitor, so I could plug my speakers into it and she could play Dark Souls. Doesn't help me streaming it, but certainly means that Claire can at least play it, which is good in it as well, because it means that she can get hours and hours and hours ahead of me, so she's not wanting to not watch the stream then. But yeah, she was playing Dark Souls last night and sorry, Demon Souls, and got her ass kicked by the sounds of it. I'll ask her when she gets up. Resident Evil Revelations on Steam for 15 quid. I still don't know if that's really worth it, personally, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, I know a lot of folks still don't mind it or like it, but I didn't really. I had to really hold back from laying into Capcom about that one, I really did. So no, for the first part it was fine, for the second part I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I think if it had been the third part, I couldn't have resisted laying into Capcom for it. I'd have just laid siege to Capcom. Horrific. Horrible story. Horrible gameplay. Horrible. Everything was horrible. Just bad. Terrible fucking flow. Terrible fucking controls unless you've got a fucking gamepad, so a terrible PC fucking version. Just terrible. So bad. Like I say, in my opinion, but I didn't dig it at all. Like I say, I probably pissed off a fair few folk by laying into Revelations, but like I say, just my honest opinion, I really did not like it. But saying that, I didn't like 5, and I didn't. I'm not sure. I haven't played 6 yet, so I can't really say. But I didn't like 5 neither, so it's no big surprise. But I tell you what, I got set up for a fall with Revelations really badly. Everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of folks saying, oh, it's this classic formula, classic Resident Evil and shit like that. And I don't know what classic Resident Evils people have played, but Resident Evil Revelations is not classic Resident Evil. If you get Resident Evil 5 and 6, slow it down a little bit, that does not equal classic Resident Evil. I'm sorry, it doesn't. That's like, I don't know. That's like if you got Mega Man and you completely radically changed it. Good morning, dude. Good morning. Completely radically changed it. Changed everything. So it's not even the same games anymore. And then you went, oh, well, I'll tell you what. We'll let you charge the Mega Buster again. And then everybody's going, oh, it's classic Mega Man. Even though the game's exactly the same as all the recent ones that nobody likes. You can charge the Mega Buster. So it's classic again. It's classic Mega Man. It's like, it takes more than one little thing to make it classic. And I don't think slowing the game down slightly makes Resident Evil Revelations classic. That's just, like I say, that's just my opinion on it. That's just my opinion. But I did get set up for a fall with that game. I was really looking forward to some classic RE, and it kind of looks like it when you're watching videos and stuff like that. And then you play it, and it's just no. Just no. Not classic at all. For £15 though, if you're not going to sweat the £15, you see, like I give a fair critique of games and shit like that. For £15, if you're not going to sweat the £15, I think that reviewers always miss this quite a lot. Like, reviewers will be too kind to a game because they got the key for free. They got the game for free. And sometimes reviewers will be really harsh to a game, even though the game's only like $7-10 or something like that. 7, 8, 9, $10. And it's like, you've got to factor in the price of the game as well. I know, like, I mean, it depends on the reviewer's style, but I think price plays a heavy factor into how good a game is, like, you know, how much you can lay into it or not and stuff. I mean, there's a fair amount of indie games and stuff like that that'll get laid into in reviews, but it's like, it's $5, dude. It's like £3 you know, for £3. It's better than a lot of fucking £30 games are. I'm not saying it's a perfect game, but you know, for £5, not bad. And like I say, Resident Evil Revelations, if you're not going to sweat the £15 for Revelations, then it's probably alright. It's probably alright. As long as you're not really purist of Resident Evil old school and you're not going to sweat £15, you're probably going to do alright with it. You're probably going to do alright. It's not too bad. For £30, I could not recommend it less. For £30, that game is not worth it at all. It's going to be like, what, 8 to 10 hours of lackluster, half-assed story and fan service, and just, it's just not a great game. Just not great. For £30, not great, but for £15, yeah, it's acceptable. It's acceptable. Just give it a few more minutes, guys, chat some shit on stream, and then, play a little bit. I'm still jealous of this guy's fucking HUD, man. That's fucking wicked. Wish you could do that with my fucking HUD. Just fucking comes in a little bit and then it's pitch black inside. The only way you could get that kind of look in real life would if you use some kind of like black mesh. If you have like black mesh like failing near the front, maybe you could pull off that effect, but that'd be quite difficult. Yeah, I mean, I didn't... the setting for Resident Evil 4, when it was on the... sorry, not Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Revelations. When it was on the ship, if it had just been 100% on the ship, 100% Jill, I could have probably got on with Resident Evil Revelations. I could have probably finished the HTSF. Probably not had that much bad shit to say about it. But the cutting away to Chris and Jessica, and it's just like, this is kind of crap. The story overall was very The gameplay was very meh. Scanning shit all the time, very fucking annoying. Especially if you're like me and you're like a goodie hound as well, and you just need to get every single piece of fucking goodie in the game. So you can't help but scan everything. The fan service was annoying. And people say, oh, there's fan service in previous Resident Evil games. Yeah, but it never stuck out to me like a sore fucking thumb. In Resident Evil, I know you can say, oh, what about Jill in Resident Evil 3 with a fucking low-cut skirt and shit like that. It's like, yeah, but it's a skirt. You don't have people fucking, like, going, oh, I don't know, it's... It's just like, well, that's just what she's wearing, big deal, but it was really, really fucking obvious in Resident Evil Revelations. And like I say, even if you let that slide, I could let that slide, and even if you let that slide, it's just some of the other shit overall, it's just one thing and one thing and one thing and one thing, and it becomes one thing too many. And then the floodgates open and you lay siege to the fucking game then. That's what happened with me anyway. I think I was more disappointed than anything. And even more so that I spent £30 on the motherfucker. £30! And I played it for 2 fucking hours and zero intent to play it. Resident Evil series went down the shit after 2. I don't know. I don't know if I'd agree. I really liked Resident Evil 3. I thought Nemesis was a really good addition. And, in 3. And I absolutely love Code Veronica X. Code Veronica X is, I don't know, I really fucking dig Code Veronica X. So, but after, well, I don't know. I am not the large fan of Resident Evil 4 as what some people are. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy Resident Evil 4 and it's a good game, but it signalled to me that Capcom are going to start fucking up Resident Evil, and seriously, I got slandered to fuck for saying shit like this about Resident Evil 4. When I said about Resident Evil 4, it's like, it's an alright game, guys, but you do realise Capcom is going to go too far with this. It's going downhill, it's deviating from what we liked about Resident Evil early on. And it's only going to get worse and worse and worse, and hey, who's proven right in the end? That's fucking right. I was exactly on the money with it. I always get slammed for opinions like that. Said the same thing about the Wii on launch. Said the exact same thing about the Wii on launch. It's like, you do realise it's going to be a gimmick and it's going to die in 2 years. And everybody's like, shut the fuck up, OTG. You don't know what you're talking about. Wii's awesome. Wii's incredible. Wii's the best console ever, and it's going to do incredibly well. Shut the fuck up. And it's amazing how people couldn't even give away their Wii's in the end. Fucking called it. Oh well. It's not like it's not like I need mass approval to verify my opinion or anything like that. 'Cause it wouldn't be opinion then. It would be consensus. Just played through Resident Evil 5 with my roommate and it was horrid. Yep, it looks fucking horrid. I've only played it for about half an hour and it could not put me off playing that game even more. It's supposed to draw you in the first hour. But like I say, I mean, I like the first 3 Resident Evils on the PlayStation and Code Veronica X on the generation after that. Or even just Code Veronica. I really enjoyed them. I really fucking did. And after that, I enjoyed Resident Evil 4, but it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. And then after that, it just got worse, and then worse. And then I had this, like, light at the end of the tunnel sort of shit with Revelations, and it just kind of like... It's not a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a train coming towards you. That's what that light is. That's not a fucking... That's not like a good light. It's a fucking train. Get out of the tunnel. Don't spend your £30. Whoops, too late. Ah, well. I'll probably play it at some point, and it'll be one of those games, you see, like I said, I went into Resident Evil Revelations expecting classic Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, CVX kind of style, and it didn't happen. So what I'll do is I'll leave it for a long time now, and then I'll go back at some point with no expectations, completely neutral, let the fucking Crapcom anger subside a little bit by not buying any of their games for a long time, and it should be alright, it should be alright. Don't get me wrong, Resident Evil Revelations was definitely better than 5 from what I played of 5, and seemed better than 6, but we shall see, we shall see. Anyway, seems like there's enough folk that are interested to watch at the moment, so... Claire gets a shit under the stick a lot when it comes to co-op play. Doubtful? Fucking doubtful when she steals all my fucking coins at the end of Mario and shit like that. It's like, I don't know, I think she does fucking alright, mate. Huh? What's up? Meow. Hey, how you doing? No, you can't come up my lap now, can you? No, you can't come up my lap. I've got all wires and stuff like that. What's wrong with me? Why have I got so many wires? Hey, what's wrong with me? What are you doing? I said you couldn't come on. Look, can you not see all the mic and the wires and the pads and shit? Can't you see all this shit? What are you doing? You can't stay here. Get down. Go on. Come on, you. Go on. Hey, stupid cat. Aren't you? And you do no room there, didn't you? Who's a good girl? Vibrator tail. You got vibrator tail. Oh, you're an happy cat this morning, aren't you? You did miss me yesterday. You did miss me. Was I busy all day and then went to bed? Yeah? That's what I did, didn't it? Huh. What are you doing with my wires? What are you doing? Oh, look, you're getting fluff everywhere now. You're getting fluff everywhere. Are you? Sorry, I believe I was starting until you distracted me. Are you going now? Okay. I see, that's what you need at 10 o'clock in the morning. A good old Resident Evil rant. That's what you need. I don't know what started me off on that anyway. I think that might have been the shoutbox that started me off on that about Dante and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Did you ever upload the new Super Mario Bros. Playthrough to YouTube? I did not, but it is on YouTube. It is on YouTube. If you search for new Super Mario Bros. Wii HTSF, I'm sure it'll come up with it. Somebody uploaded it. Damn sure they did. Oh wait, on YouTube I saw that Guns guy admit that he knew XSplit. Oh shit, oh fuck. I want to read this. Where's it gone now? Ah. On YouTube I saw that Guns guy admit that he knew XSplit was slowing his game. Lame. But more of a problem for the devs. You see, it was... I fucking... Did I not call this? Did I not call that he was slowing down the game? I fucking called it. I fucking knew that. I saw some other people streaming it and it slowed down a little bit. And once I saw... I had suspicion... I mean, you've always got suspicions in platform games that people can slow them down. And when I saw some streams of folk and they'd slow down from time to time, I had very strong suspicions. And then Guns came along and it's like, hey up. You know, you watch his YouTube videos at normal frame rate and he played like shit. Like absolute shit. And then he's got these immaculate scores. And it's like, okay then motherfucker, something is strange with you. Probably slow down. I fucking called it. I called it, me. Open Broadcaster is better than XSplit. I mean, I've got an XSplit license for another year or so yet, but I do prefer Open Broadcaster. It's just, it does the exact same stuff that XSplit does with zero bloat. I don't even know why Guns... It's like Guns uploaded... No, he knew what he was doing from the beginning. He knew his game was slowing down. He knew it. I don't care what he fucking says or how he tries to act it. Because... He's a kid. And kids can't lie for shit. Kids think they're incredible liars. But they ain't. Absolutely not. You can lie well with life experience. So you can tell... you know what the average responses are. The average kind of like reactions to what you'd say and etc. You get that with real life experience, with wisdom over years and stuff like that. Kids can't lie for shit. They can't. I tell you, it's fucking easy to tell. You can tell I mean, some of the fucking poker players I've played that you can tell the fucking kids and stuff like that. The worst players I've ever played against. Try bluffing you out and it's so fucking obvious. It's so fucking obvious. It's like when kids try to lie to you as well, it's so fucking obvious, it really is. Guns is a terrible person who beat OTG score so called not fucking. No, it wasn't a case to do with like beating my score. It was more along the lines of, I didn't want to see the guy come first and knock people out of the top 3. When he was clearly fucking cheating. And it is cheating. If you know your game's slowing down, and you're still trying to, You know your game's slowing down. You don't admit to it until after the fact. You know your game's slowing down. You don't admit about it until afterwards. And then you're trying to compete with scores against people. You clearly know you have an advantage. You clearly know you have an advantage. And that, to me, goes into cheating territory. You're slowing down the game and you're competing with that slowdown. You are cheating. You have an unfair advantage. That is the definition of cheating. So, yeah. Absolutely no mercy for the guy. He deserved to be stricken from the leaderboard, and if I ever see him in any other kind of competitions like that, or promotions and stuff being run by developers, I will be sure as shit calling him out. Definitely. If I ever see him in another thing like that, definitely. I'm not one to go for blood and stuff like that, but people like that can ruin shit very easily for a lot of other people, myself included, so yeah, I'll call him out if I see him in other shit like that. But, you see, this is what I was saying where, you know, the terrible liars, because it was clear he knew what he was doing and he was acting suspicious because he was uploading videos as proof. Nobody else was uploading videos as proof. You didn't see like Proton John or, you know, We Like to Play going, well, here's a video proof of me doing this and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They streamed and stuff like that, so I didn't need to prove it, but, you know, it was like the lady doth protest too much. And that's rule 101 when it comes to lying. I mean, I'm not advocating lying and, you know, giving pro tips and shit like that, but, you know, as a fucking, you know, ex-pro fucking poker player, well, no, I always laugh when I say pro poker player, but I did like it. But, it's same as any form of lie or anything like that. The worst thing you can do is give up information, especially when information wasn't expected. Because that's suspicious, isn't it? Very suspicious. I mean, nobody asked for proof. Nobody asked him to do this and blah blah blah. And then you're giving up like extra bits of proof, but it's not actually proof. It's just trying to squash it, but terribly. It's bad shit, bad shit. One of the worst things you can ever do when lying is volunteer information that wasn't even requested. Yeah, well, exactly. I agree with Steady as Shark's definition. At your pro when you make a living off doing whatever. Yeah, it's not like, you know, celebrity professional sort of levels, but yeah, if you make a living from doing something, you're a professional. So, you know, that's how it is. Yesterday's lesson, fucking order of smoking. Today's lesson, deceiving the public. Nah. Like I say, I'm not advocating lying and being dishonest and stuff like that. But you know, that's like, it's part of poker and stuff like that, and it's part of life and shit. And I'm just saying, you know. Considering you're my law, I don't have any objections to like saying, you know, if you're gonna lie well, you know. If you're gonna lie, do it properly. But that's the poker player in me, is that. That's like saying, like, if you're gonna lie, at least do it fucking right, you know? And like I said, the first rule in the book. Never volunteer information. Second rule in the book, never volunteer information that you weren't even asked about. That's stupid. It's like, say somebody breaks a glass. Or a glass. Say somebody breaks a glass. And you say to them, did you break that glass? And they go, no, I didn't break that glass. And they see, that would be like, well, okay, then you didn't break that glass. But it's like, a bad liar would say, no, I didn't break that glass because I was over at a friend's house about 7 o'clock last night, and we were playing Skullgirls on the PS3, and we were playing these two guys, and we did this, and this guy just really good team, and it's like, okay then, that's quite a lot of information. That's quite a lot of extra information. Now I'm suspicious. And now that I'm suspicious, I'm gonna give you follow-up questions. And I'm gonna be able to tell if you're lying or not now based on these follow-up questions. I'm going to be watching for any tells, and I'm also going to be able to tell based on your answers if you're lying or not. Whereas if you just say, no dude, I didn't break no glass, it'd been like, well, okay then, stuff like that. It's hard to kind of, it's hard to be suspicious. You can't read that much into it. Whereas when you yield information, you're allowing the information to be picked apart. Exactly. Rule of lying, have a backstory ready, but don't use it unless further questions are asked. Exactly. You mean you have a backstory, but you don't volunteer it. You don't volunteer it out, do you? You say, no, I didn't break that glass. And it goes, well, somebody brought this glass last night, and I mean, where were you? It's like, well, I were over at a mate's. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, doing what? It's like, we're just playing video games, dude. So shit, I'm sorry your glass broke, but I don't know. You know? Don't know why I have to go on about fucking lying stuff like, oh no, it was relevant. I thought it was some random ass topic I'd come up with there, but no, it was relevant based on the Cloudberry Kingdom leaderboard stuff, but still. Yeah. I didn't break no glass. It's telling you straight up. That's right. Drop double. You see, that's what you do. You see, I told you I used to be a fucking pro poker player and shit like that, man. You see, I drop the double negative and make people focus on the bad, on the bad fucking English. That's how you do it. It's like, dude, I didn't break no glass. It's like, what the fuck did you just say then? It's like, oh, well, I was just pissing around. You know? Is that it? Misdirection. Misdirection. Another early rule in the book of lying. Misdirection. If you're forced to volunteer information and your backstory is not washing, then misdirection is generally the fallback in the end. But the only problem with misdirection is it can lead to suspicions and shit like that, so it has to be done very well. But saying that, if you do misdirection correctly, then it's supposed to misdirect them completely off it. So you failed the misdirection at that point. So it's not misdirection's fault that you didn't do it well. But that's generally the that's the general rules of thumb. And like I say, poker is a game of life. Sounds kind of bullshit and stuff like that, but poker is a game of life. You can learn a lot about life from poker, and you can learn a lot about poker from life. It's kind of deep. Kind of deep.